live what's going on. We'll give it a minute for guys to get on here. Let me know once you're here, and then we will start talking and showing the gear that was made today, finished up. Once we get a few people online, leave a comment once you're here. Let me know that you're here. Hit that thumbs up for us. Double tap the screen on a lot of devices, and that will give a like. I'm 30 seconds into this video, and I'm not seeing anybody online. So this might be just one of those nights where we are not able to do a live. Tiger stripe butt packs, compact tear off mid pouches, shoulder straps, more compact tear offs. I don't know what that is all going on to. Looks like shotgun single shotgun pull out tray pouches down there. Cop rigs are starting to come off the line right now. That is 666 or 12, 12, and 12 for your shotgun. These will hold a M4 inside if you remove the card. If you're going to run it shotgun, then remove the bungees. Compact tear-off med pouch. More compact tear-offs that will go on more cop rigs. Butt packs finished up. We've got a stack of these. I think there's like 24 extras of each color available, or yesterday there was. Dual tool totes. We just did a bunch in tiger stripe, and we have multi-cam black, red. I have tool bags available in these three colors. Somebody had asked today, I think, on the live earlier, if we would do some tiger stripe multi-tool pouches. These are with the extra bits and all the card pouches inside. I just did some. I forgot to put these. These will be on SOE quick ship. There are only 6 of those. A bunch of free promo bags that will ship out, other stuff. A lot of that was done today. There is more, something back there for Fallout, a bunch of Alpine stuff. I have AK M4 micro rigs available. Looks like we have 9 remaining. There are 9 available. And I have both left and right hand. I've got some Typhon Toxic large tool bags. Let me jump in here right now real quick. Off-road lights, recovery gear. Let's see here. Let me get into the other website. Leatherman multi-tool bits. Yeah, tiger. Oh, there's tiger stripe. Okay, looks like we have done some in the past. Ooh, almost put in 30. I want 3. I have 3 completed. There's 3 that will be done later tonight, but I've only got 3. So in case something happens, let's just get 3 up there. Tiger stripe pals 3. This fucking up Mac. All right, saved. All right, should be 3 available on there right now. I see a couple Typhon. Looks like a bunch of these were sold because I had a bunch of them this morning. Yeah, there's a bunch of orders here. Everything that was ordered before 6 a.m. this morning has already shipped. 2 shipping notifications. Zach Vol, what's up? Seaside, what's going on? Hardway, Alaska, what's up? What do you think of Mike Metzger's short but heavy workout? I'm not familiar with it. I think that if you do shit that your body's not used to, you will see progress or improvement, right? I think that you could do an incredible workout, and if your body gets used to that workout, I think that the progression will slow down, right? And what's progression? Are we trying to put on mass? Are we trying to add endurance, right? Because they're different things. Are we doing it for what we look like, or are we doing it for function? Can't wait to get a cop rig. What color you got on order? The Ballers, the OK Ballers, Oklahoma Ballers, maybe. Neil, what's up? Brawl Dog, what's going on? Thompson, what's up? God's Bad Karma, Byron Roberts, Tom and on bear. I'm not sure. Bob, what up? God's Bad Karma. Evan, I cannot do fucking word puzzles. Peter, what's up? Zach Vol, Web Dad, what's up? Eating right, yeah, fucking 90% of what you look like is diet, right? That's why I look like shit, because I eat fucking donuts and cake. Somebody had asked for a Makita battery holder. We do not own any Makita batteries, so I can't pop that on there, but there it is. Jonathan, what's up? OD, oh good. Well, I'm sure you'll get one of these then. I am sure that will be coming. Do you have any promo shit on there, or is it just straight order? This promo stuff could hold it up. Just earned your purple belt. You just right on, man. Right on, right on. Yoda, Daryl. What kind of Yoda do you have? We have a few of those. Power, Courage, Wisdom. What's up, dude? We shot some SOE videos today. I don't know where they're at. We made quite a few glasses cases with micro material inside them. Leatherman pouch full build video. Nice. I'm glad you like it. I just literally stood up from the sewing machine. I've got a batch of these over there, but I got 3 of them closed up. I just put 3 online. There are 3 tiger stripe up there. Looks like almost everything else is sold out. I have a fucking entire bin of them, but sometime today people bought them. We got emails, texts, and PMs and DMs all day long saying that people could not use the website. You could get on the website, checkout was not working. People had shit in shopping carts, and it would not, the payment gate, whatever was going on, would not let it pay, and it was Shopify was down. As of about 20 minutes ago, orders started fucking pouring in. So Shopify is back up. These are on SOEquickship.com. And I suspect the orders are so high on that because they're higher than, I've got more orders there than I've ever seen. And I suspect it's because the other one was down all day. We got an order at 9 o'clock this morning, and between 9 o'clock and like 20 minutes ago, we have 0 orders. We see traffic, spikes in traffic, but it won't let them check out. So it is now seems to be working. Woodman Leatherman tool pouch the other day, so nice, just what I need. I'm glad you like it, man. Glad you like that. Was the Cryptek Obscura, was that a Cryptek Obscura right I saw earlier? What was it? Are you talking about this right here? That is what that is. That is a 308 split front in, is that Nocturne Obscura, I think? Current Yoda's 07 Corolla. Work car, 24 Tundra, in the market for another play. 3rd gen, you're gonna go 3rd gen, interesting. Or maybe 4th. Why 3rd or not 4th or 5th? Just because price and less bullshit on those trucks, I guess. Appreciate the recommendation for Collier. I talked to them today, and I'm going next week to pick up a walking. What are you gonna get? Do you know? They're only like what, an hour from here, hour and a half. Kept telling me I could not send it to my address. Somebody said that. You know, that's weird that you say that. Somebody told us that yesterday. Somebody told us that it wouldn't take their address, and they have like 60 fucking orders from us. So Shopify seems to have corrected their shit, whatever it was. I've got an 06 Corolla, 325,000 miles. Super kit bags, no, none in stock, none at all. Wife ordered deplorable bag as a surprise gift without reading the bold print. Yeah, I don't have either of them right now. Third gen, abundance of makes total sense, dude. We've got a 5th gen 4Runner. I did order my cop rig during the Black Friday. Oh, Black Friday gets no extra shit, so it'll straight ship to you. I'll bet it ships Monday. Shopify was hosing me, but it corrected itself after. Yeah, well, thank you for the persistence. Down Detector says it has been fucking a mess with Shopify. 2010 has 250,000. I'm about to sell it for scrap. We just rolled 100,000 on the 4Runner. Looks fucking brand new. We have not beat it. It's all mostly like highway miles and then back and forth post office and just eating local, which is like 10 miles there, 10 miles back. And we've made every service on it, everything. I fixed it with some intense work on the back end. There you go. Hey John, what was that pencil thin for? Oh, it's right here, man. It's in my pocket. I've meant to turn it on and let it run when I can pay attention to how long it goes, and I have not. It does seem to be, maybe this is off the zipper that's in my pocket. I have this little slot pocket. This is a Streamlight Wedge SL, and it's 100 lumens. And you hold it in and it turbos to 500, I believe is what it said. And then you just, how the fuck do you turn it off? There we go, turns it off. It's very thin, man. It's like probably between a quarter and a half, like 3/8 maybe. It's thin. I would totally use this as a pencil. I wish it had a pencil on one end and a light on the other. 07 4Runner, 260,000, still runs. Kind of an expert in that area, the back end area. I am too. Just ordered a VTS Leatherman pouch. He has a bunch of options. A Juki 563. He said it's older, looks brand new from Japan. Also some newer Jukis. Not sure which one is best. It comes down to like how thick of stuff you want to sew. My mechanic was here today. We got a couple of these surgery. Actually, I think I have 4 of these. So this is a Pegasus machine. We took the air operation off of it. We took a bunch of stuff off of it. We had to cut this way down. But we can do now in a single pass what we were doing in 3 passes. It will still straight stitch. It'll give me a straight stitch, and then it will serge and clean the edge with the mesh so it doesn't fray without having to run a edge tape around the inside. It'll make the pouch cleaner from the outside appearance also. It'll remove a lot of puckering. So that's all that will be used for. There's another one over there. But I was talking to my mechanic tonight, and I said, hey, I want to get some machines that are heavier duty than these 1508s. I think we're going to bring in a post machine and a cylinder arm machine also, solely for edge taping thick stuff like backpacks when they're inside out and shit. The Cryptek Obscura stuff next to OD Compact Tariff Med pouches. Something I built on a video. I don't think we ever put it out because we haven't finished it. It was a split front 308. Mr. Mark 210. I have 2 of the Mr. Mark. Is that Mr. Mark that, where are you at? Are you in California? Do you sew like really nice bags and stuff? Is that you? Haywood Vape Reviews. Love sewing video. You guys really seem to like that stuff. I'm really surprised how many people like even hit me up directly on the sew stuff and send me pictures of stuff you've built off of those videos. That's very cool. 2 of the Streamlight Wedges, SLs in my, man, these are great because, I mean, they're not even an inch wide, right? So I can put them in a molly channel. I can put them in the elastic loops on the visor covers. I can wedge it into the side of a pouch. Man, I mean, you can just put this sucker anywhere. I could even tether it through, well, this one doesn't have them, but like the side pals on a micro rig, and then just, 550 dummy cord it. So, I mean, you would just have it. The only drawback to this is you can't hot swap it, right? So it's a very temporary light. And it probably is not low enough too, right? So it comes on at 100 lumens or 500 lumens. If this sucker came on at like 20 or 30 lumens, man, it would run for hours. But it's USB. So, I mean, I think at this point every day on a daily basis, we all carry charge packs and USB chargers. The only drawback to it is you can't hot swap it. Like you can't just change batteries in it. I listened to the Covert rig build video the other day. Nice. Timmer, what's up, dude? We were talking about you at dinner tonight. Your name came up somehow. Battery powered streamlight pin lights are bad at. Yeah, yeah. I remember my dad working as a corpsman at hospital on Camp Pendleton, and they had those cool little pin lights, right? The pin lights they all carried in their pockets and shit. And I thought that was the coolest thing. And then when I started getting into like prepping and EDC stuff, I always thought, man, that'd be cool to have. Like when Streamlight came out with that first little clicker keychain, I always thought that'd be cool to have in a pin light. All the color is wearing off mine and still working. Yeah, I mean, this right here is, I don't know if you can see it. It's got this brass color, but that's actually the zipper rubbing on here. Saw the covert build was awesome. Thank you. What the hell is wrong with Blue Sentinel? What are you fucking talking about, you dumb little cunt? What's wrong with us? All the colors wearing off. What's up, John? And Amanda, how's it going? Bad Karma, what's up? Did you decide to buy the 2 sewing machines for $1,000 that you wanted for $600? Seems like a deal. Oh, are you talking about those Nakajimas? No, he wants $1,000 a piece for them. I've got 3 Nakajimas on the floor, and I think I got a couple tucked back in here. What the hell is wrong with you? Making some damn good stuff. I did finish. Got it. Okay, well, friendly fire. Sorry you're bleeding. Plug the holes. Apply pressure. You have 30 minutes to medevac. You're still within a 30-minute transport to the golden hour. You might be able to survive. Hopefully you've got an 18 Delta with you. You'll have a better chance. Just plug the holes. I made an Army 3-day assault pack in black, and I'm currently doing it in Ranger green, and it's based off of what I... That's cool, dude. That's a cool bag. The issue bag is... why is it so heavy? Like, why is that fucking 3-day assault pack so heavy? Take that and lighten that thing up, man. Isn't your machine a Nakajima on... So, the one you see out in the other building is Nakajima? Yes, which I like very much. I have a 282L, and I've got some 181Ls, which is a lighter weight. I think I own like 4 or 5 of them, but I'm bringing in some bigger. We just set up, my guy was here today setting up these new A factory is getting rid of a bunch of machines, like hundreds of them. And they have put them in these like plastic shipping crates. They're on a pallet, and they have this corrugated plastic, and then they have a lid to them, right? We were given 5 pallets, so I have 10 sewing machines. And some of these machines are like 20 grand a piece. We got them, they gave them to. They literally had them out. They got snowed on. Some of the crates collapsed. They transferred them to some other companies, and the stuff, they gave us some of these things, and we weren't even sure what we got. And our guy came in today and set these up, and we're actually able to use the first 2 we uncrated. Some of them are beyond anything we're going to use. I will trade them for some other stuff to a couple companies. But we will, in the end, they will all be very worth our time that it took to get them and everything. Modular. Padded war belt. I have most of the piece. So you want a modular deal, right? Because you want the left panel, right panel, shoulder panel, back panel. That's how that comes. Big part of surviving a firefight is don't leak. Yeah, your hydraulics. Close the system. I misunderstood. Thought it was both for 100 for 1,000. No, he wants 1,000 each. I would buy them if he was at like 600 is the price I have in my head. But I haven't bought old machines like that in 4 years, 5 years, right? So $1,000 probably is the price today. But like, it's got a servo motor on it. So you're gonna put, like, we were buying package motors for $100. Today, they're $300 all day long. Lamborghini, Ferrari, or McLaren. Guys buy McLarens because they can't afford a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. I know I've got friends that have McLarens, and I know Nathan, you had it custom spec'd and it's what you wanted, but let's be real, you really wanted a Ferrari. If you're daily driving, Lamborghini is the daily driver. Ferrari is like a prancing pony. Super, super finicky, high tune, only runs at a full moon. If you're going to daily drive, but let's be real, if you're going to daily drive that thing and you want something that can be worked on locally in your area and shit, Porsche is the way to go. 4.7s makes pretty. Yeah, I've got some 4.7s lights. I do. Alias packs and alias packs. I don't know what alias packs are. Blue Sentinel, welcome, man. Thank you for being here. Even though you're bleeding for friendly fire. You guys expanding, or are those replacing? Just speeding up processes. Pulling the thread. A while back, you talked about putting a smart TV. I did. I bought a smart TV, and the motherfucker still doesn't work, right? I can stream. I need to be able to listen. I need to be able to do this, right? I want to be able to play YouTube videos on the screen in front of me, but be able to control my volume and everything else right here. And I still, there's another fucking piece I got to order that I haven't ordered to make it do it. You would think I could just stream from my phone and watch the picture in front of me, but I cannot do that. I need to be able to Bluetooth and switch back and forth so that as I'm interacting and checking apps and stuff, it's just not doing what I try. Screen mirror on your phone. It has Apple TV. We did the fucking Apple TV thing. Any plans to add? I would love to have a GT3 RS. I'm not buying anything like that right now. Tech is such horseshit. What do you think about Woobin lights? I bought one off of Kick. I don't know anything about them. The name sounds kind of familiar. Alice Pack. What about Alice Packs? You guys expanding, pulling the thread. I think we've read all these guys. Micro shotgun rig looks awesome. It is. The micro shotgun rig's good. It's great. This is the big brother to the micro shotgun rig, the 12 gauge micro. This is the cop rig. Same pouches. These will also, you can pull these inner cards and use the provided bungees and put M4 mags inside it. So 3 M4s and 18 rounds of shells. Or you can pull the bungees and run 36 rounds of shotgun shell. And this has a dedicated compact tear-off med pouch. So it forces you to have medical, whereas you give a guy a 12 gauge micro, he's gonna put other bullshit in there and not have medical. This is literally set up for a cruiser, right? A lot of cruisers across the United States have an AR type rifle and a shotgun. This gives them both ammunitions when they come out of the vehicle as they determine which gun they're going to take into the shopping mall, for instance, for, you know, an active shooter situation or something. Alice Pack sucks. While they suck, all the real dudes end up going back to them. Like, it's, I mean, look at the evolution every 10 years. I mean, even in Ranger School, right? Alice Pack. Q Course, Alice Pack. Deployments, back to Alice Pack. Any cool week? Yeah, we're going to the Safari International, the red carpet show in Nashville, the Safari show, tomorrow. There's a ton of dudes in town. Huge antique convention happening. Oh, that's fucking cool. That's probably way cooler than where we're going to. The Safari Club International is where we're going. What is it, like a bandolier? This here, this is a chest rig, right? Head goes through here. It's chest rig. You can run it as a bandolier with a single strap, but it's a chest rig, and it comes with a waist strap, and then it has Velcro on the back, so you can put a dangler underneath it, and then the entire panel is a pocket that has Velcro lining, so you can put organization inside there, and then this is a rip-off med pouch, so all of your medical is in front of you as you're servicing, or somebody's probably working on you more than likely, and then it holds 2 tourniquets outboard, 2 full-size real boy tourniquets. McLaren has the best customer support. If you piss off Ferrari, they will ban. Yeah, that's no bullshit. They will. Frisella had some big problems with Lamborghini, and he traded in all of his Lamborghinis for Ferraris. Can you show the inside of the mini pack without the pouch? It's just Velcro. It looks just like the mini pack. It's just Velcro wall, and then the sides are Velcro also. I don't have one sitting right here. Always use, the medical you carry is to be used on you, not on somebody else. Did cop rig come after the shot? It did, yeah. Yeah, it did. We saw tons of cops coming through TAC response. We were very active at the TAC response classes. We were out at like a lot. We would be on the range out the classes, and then for the first 4 or 5 years we worked here, that we lived here, I had breakfast with James every single morning, and usually lunch. We would meet wherever the class was meeting, and then we'd have dinner all together with the students and everything. So that's kind of how the cop rig, if I remember right, that's how the cop rig came to be. Yes, the medical is not, yes, so the medical is not overload. Is it me, or does loop Velcro move shift when you sew? It should not. Velcro's pretty stiff, right? It shouldn't move too much. I don't know why it would be moving on you like that. When we were first starting off, if you need to stiffen something and you don't have something that's stiff, you can put Velcro between two pieces of Cordura. I keep looking at this. I don't know what this is. You can also sew Velcro places even if you don't need the Velcro there. It will really make things rigid. I just got taps recently, so I'm going to get used. Cool. Cool. Joe Daddy Gaming, what's up? I need to order some, not fentanyl, what's the other, Narcan. I need some. Hey, Amazon, you got fentanyl? Does Amazon have Narcan? I think they do. I meant to do that. Narcan nasal 2-spray packs. I've got some somewhere. I went to get back in the 4Runner after lunch on Saturday, and there's a $20 bill in the door handle, and I'm like, hey, look at this. Amanda's like, don't touch that. I go, well, you got Narcan with you, right? She goes, no, I took it out of my purse. I go, why would you do that? But I really want this $20. So I open it up. I'm like, there's no powder in here or nothing. And I realized I had pulled my wallet out of my pocket and put it in my bag. And I had a $20 bill that fell out. And there was a lady sitting in a minivan next to us when we pulled in. She must have seen it and gave me my $20 back. And that's what made me think I probably need to pick up some Narcan. More. I don't know why she pulled that out of there. Narcan nasal spray, 4 milligram emergency treatment for opioid overdose. I know you can get it free, but naloxone, nasal spray, side dose devices, convenience, naloxone nasal spray, generic for Narcan nasal spray, 4 milligram, 1 day supply, average insurance price without insurance. Fuck it, we'll just buy the $34. Blam. Did it add to my cart? John willing to die for 5. I mean, I figured somebody would save me probably. If God wills it, right? Do you make a Molly style scabbard for M7? I don't, man. I don't. I used to have an M7 bayonet. I don't know what happened to that. It was my father's from Vietnam. Want to attach it to my 8 mag stack? I don't. That was the M7, right? The Vietnam one. It's like a long blade, but it's like the first part of it's double edged, which is illegal in California, or was. So I wanted to strengthen the base of a bag. I should use Velcro or, well, Kydex will be stiffer, but how are you going to put Kydex in there, right? You can sew Velcro and then use Velcro backed Kydex. You can sew a pocket and put Kydex or plastic, right? We say Kydex all the time. It doesn't have to be Kydex. Here's a little trick depending on how big of a sheet of plastic you need. Go buy some Rubbermaid totes, especially guys doing, building gear, right? You're gonna accumulate buckles and hardware and shit, right? We buy thousands of these things, and if you ever get the little grandma at Walmart, she's really mad that you don't take the lids with you. So now Walmart, you can buy a single, but they sell them in packs, right? 3 packs and 6 packs and shit. 12 packs for the small bins. Actually, I think they've lowered the number in the pack. But we have, I just saw them the other day. Where are those? we bring them in now, and we've got all these lids. You could totally take this shit, cut it out, and your machine would sew through this stuff. And this would be a good sniffer to make shit stiff. You get plastic lids. Roll-up cutting boards are pretty good, and you can sew through that shit. I mean, depending on your machine. When administering Narcan, yeah, they want to be combative, and they want to vomit. Is that what you just said? Handle dog collar. I don't even think about fentanyl. Don't see money on the ground, just pick it up. Would you build me another D-ring Cobra? I don't have any D-ring Cobra buckles. Cane Corso. Connie Corso, is that how you say that? Monroe Fire Resident, what's up? Oddly enough, Walmart sell Narcan. Yeah, they do. I just won't go in there and fucking... I'm there sometimes, but I don't remember to get it. How is Nashville? Huge. You know, everywhere we go lately, you can walk into a restaurant with no reservation. Like, we were Super Bowl weekend, we went to Uncle Julio's, which is, it's not high end, but they've got, you know, I can get in there pretty quick, sit at the bar, get a good margarita, have some carnita tacos and some bacon wrapped shrimp, right? And I know, halal, is that what you guys, your diet is, where you don't eat anything? I know I eat all the shit you guys don't eat. Well, let's be real, you're not supposed to drink alcohol either, but you all do that, right? There was nobody there. There was like 3 other fucking people in the entire restaurant. Peter Sushi, we go there frequently, and there used to always be a wait. There's never a wait anywhere. We went to a shopping mall, and there was fucking nobody there. Like, it is a ghost town. I think people are just fucking out of money. And that's how Nashville is these days. Traffic is low, and fucking anywhere you would normally go, you can and they don't act happy to see you. They're not happy to see you. They're pissed they're at work. Service has declined. Quality of food has declined, and there is way less fucking people there. Do you like hot pot? No, I don't know that I've ever been to a hot pot restaurant. Maybe once I have. We've been doing pho, like Vietnamese food, and I've really been enjoying that. Maybe it's not the D-ring, but it's a Cobra buckle and the V-ring, like on the rigger's belt. I could build that. I heard about Fallout Dangler. Is that you? Amanda will reach out to you. I thought she did reach out to you and you couldn't pay for it today because the website was down or something. I think that was you. Didn't know the machines would sew. Oh, all of our machines would sew through it. That stuff's pretty soft. Let me get that dangler. It's pretty sweet. Monroe Fire Resident. Oh, was that you? Did you order it? Maybe there's 2 different dudes. I don't know who the fuck she's talking to then. I only had enough of this material to build this, just one. We have some other material, and it's different, but it still looks good. But if you put them on top of each other, you will see a little difference. Hot pot for the first time last week. Pretty good. Like the Mongolian barbecue version of pho. Do you cook it or does it come cooked? Once I got confirmation on the dog, I'll send you the email. What'd you get, Somos? What do you got coming? Are you the Connie Corso guy? Why is Nashville like that? I think everywhere is like that. I think people are fucked. I think the economy is so completely fucked that people, like, I mean, think about food. Food costs 3 times what it costs right now than it did at COVID. My water bill cost fucking has doubled. My electricity has tripled since COVID. My material supplies have literally doubled. Everything costs more. People can't fucking go out and do things for entertainment like you could have just a couple years ago. Connie Corso looks like a gargoyle. That's cool, man. Yeah, $50 on a pizza. And think about that, dude. A fucking Whopper with cheese is $10. She emailed me back. Maybe that's probably what it is, Nathan. Did you order a H harness too? Cody said the same dude ordered an H harness. Panels on notebook are 3-ring folders. Could work for you could yeah, you're right. Would the slim padded H harness work on a covert rig? You would have to rig it up because the covert rig has those 1-inch straps for split rings on them. Hey, pizzas are worth $50. If you get a fancy pizza, pick your broth, sits on a hot plate on the table. Then you go to a buffet table and get whatever meat. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. We get what's Josh? You're on here. We went to Virago, right? What was that? What did we cook on that meat we cooked on the Hot Rocks at Virago? We used to get that all the time for appetizers. I can't remember what it was. I think it's like filet mignon, right? Thin cut filet mignon. Nope, sling and EDC. Buddy, I have no idea, man. I am out. I'm not in the middle of most of this. I just filet. Yeah, it was filet. I just know we built this for the dude that was on here that asked about it. Emailed Amanda through text, and it's fucking badass. Pete COVID. My work stopped ordering brisket because it cost $100 per 30-pound case. Now it's $200 and not the only case over. Yeah, man, everything costs more. Mid-90s Taco Bell was for broke people. You could eat. Yeah, the dollar menu no longer exists. The dollar menu does not. Ran J. Isaac wants to let you know that if you're in his area, he will meet you at a truck stop and suck farts out of your asshole. I don't know why. It's okay, you're a fag. You just can't be faggy here. Keep it to yourself. Do you think AEK can win the Champion League? I don't even know what the fuck is AEK. Are you talking about ball sports? No, I fuck women. I'm not into fucking like other people's bullshit. I'm going to Jackson Monday. Going to try that place by Books a Million. Oh, that place is good, Zach. That place is really good. Kami Pokeball or Kami Ramen. That place is good, dude. Their sushi is pretty good too. It's kind of basic, but their fish is good. 89 cents. Yeah, what's Taco Bell? I haven't eaten at Taco Bell in 10 years probably. Lou Malnati's is probably the best pizza here, well known, but there's some really good in Missouri, in Massachusetts and Pennsylvania. What's the pizza place you used to like here, Josh, in Nashville? Have any kit bags? You can show me. I need an idea of how big it actually is. You're not going to tell from here. Do I not have the size on there? They just opened one of those. $1 menu turned into $5. Is that what they cost? $1 menu. Hey, somebody look at the kit bag online. Is there not sizing on the kit bag online? Grumpy Plumber, what's up? Cody's going to be in Memphis tomorrow. We're going to Nashville. What are you doing this weekend, Grumpy Plumber? Making all that big money? That weekend emergency plumbing money? Taco Tuesdays are $4 tacos versus... Really? Daragween? What up? It's a sister store of Antico Pizzeria. I can't think. Got it. Canteens coming soon? Yeah, I have canteen covered. You mean canteens or the covers? I have 1 quarts in piles over here cut. Excited for the dangler. Then just have to wait for the H set. Did you order this? Is this you, Monroe Fire resident? Any thought about how McDonald's has contracts with thousands of hospitals? So I didn't know that, but do I believe McDonald's is feeding you human beings? Is that what you're asking? Yes, I've been saying that for like a decade. Kit bag. Okay, perfect. Kit bag. Is that on the website, Chuck, or did you guys measure that? As soon as I heard him say Lou Malnati's, I knew somebody from Illinois. Fucking, I feel sorry for you motherfuckers. The best thing in Illinois is Cairo. I want to take a small road trip and check out this big Army surplus store this weekend. Where at? Yeah, isn't it said that there's not enough cows on any given day in the United States to feed as many people as McDonald's says they feed a burger every day? Any new cemeteries? No, you don't ever see new cemeteries. DeSanto Pizzeria. All right, let me give that one to Amanda here. De Santo Pizzeria. This fucking phone knows everywhere I go. It knows everything I do, but it can't fucking predict what I'm trying to tell it. De Santos Pizzeria. 20 minutes in Illinois is the worst part of driving to Camden. Best part. I liked. We ran all through Cairo last year. McDonald's. Yeah. Well, who had kangaroo meat got busted, or they got the wrong shipment or something. That was who the fuck is Jack in the Box? Jack in the Box had the best, those super tacos you'd get, and you didn't know what the fuck that was really made of, but we ate them. If McDonald's is feeding us people, then people are pretty tasty. Oh, I believe 100%. I believe 100% McDonald's is fucking feeding you human beings. Horse meat. Yeah, Obama passed that, so that's not even a legal issue any longer. That's why they call it the kids menu. McDonald's fucking sucks. Can't believe the amount of people eat there. Because they're addicted to eating human beings. The special Jack sauce. What was I doing? I was going to my website. Kit bag. Let's see. I can do it through here, right? Sign the inside of your dangler. Is this you? Oh, it's on the website. Okay, thank you, Chuck. That's the size, buddy. A regular kit bag. There we go. You know how weird it is when you want me to sign here? That's weird for me. There's not a good place to sign. Here, I'll sign it in the bottom right here. If I sign it on the Velcro, it won't stay there. When I sign my name, it looks like a dude who had a stroke signed my name, because I don't ever sign my name. Every single time I sign documents, it looks different. You ever buy something big and they want you to sign like 40 different places? My shit looks different all through all those documents. No refund. We don't give a refund on anything. We're never giving your money back. Plot twist, it's not even meat. It's humans. It's fucking human paste and shit. That's why, because McDonald's feeds you all the human beings. That's why you don't ever see new graveyards. Will the butt packs come back in Coyote? Are you the dude that keeps asking me that? Did you ask that on the Q? Are you a member? Did you ask that on the Q&A, and then asked it last night and asked it today? Somebody keeps asking that question, and I'm like, what color do you want? Because this week we built OD black, and then yesterday we built black. I've got like 20 of each of those available, and then we're building tiger stripe right now. To answer your question, yes, yeah, Coyote will come back. as will Woodland. I just don't know when. Like, I'm sure we have orders for them. Who was asking about canteens a minute ago? One quart's right there, and multicam. Coyote Hydros. Is this light? Like I was seeing a reflection. Woodland AKM4s. Cop rigs in Woodland. Rallyman's right here in Coyote. Large tool bags in, the fuck does that say? Multicam black. These are all H sets right here. What is that right there? Clothes bags. Mini kits. Firewood carriers. Multicam black mini kits. Double wide cross. You know who's not on here? Kiri's not on here. Why is this black? Is that what she asked for? Black? Can I get a black, purple thread, teal lining? The teal Cody showed me last October. Yeah, that's what she asked for. So that's going to be a crossbody bag with purple stitching. Because I'm wanting one in Coyote so I can add it to my tapestry. Yeah, they'll come back. Yeah, for sure. We'd walk up there and look at gear, but when I did that last night, the video stopped. What's that pink? It's called pink slime. Yeah, they take all, so pink slime, type that in, Google that shit if you've never heard of pink slime. They take pink slime off the floor in the butcher shops and they mix it with a ammonia solution, right? And they spin it basically and they make meat glue. So it used to be you'd get like a ribeye, right? And you could eat a ribeye super rare as long as you seared each side, right? You can't do that with hamburger because there's so many facets to it. It's still raw in the middle, and because it's been apart, it's been exposed to bacteria, right? So they were taking the smaller cuts of meat and gluing them together and selling them as full cuts of meat, even though they've been exposed and bacteria gets in there, and that's why people would get sick when they eat the meat undercooked, which I always do. How are you going to run a butt pack on a taps rig? Rig it to the... Oh, yeah, you're not going to like that. You're going to very much hate that, actually. Seems like Alex Jones is right. Alex Jones... How about you tell me something Alex Jones was wrong about? Roundup pesticides cause heart issues, and the company that owns Roundup makes heart... Oh, all of it. All of it, man. All of it. They feed you the shit. Who owns all the food companies? Remember Philip Morris, the cigarette company, right? They bought Nabisco, and they bought all the food companies. All the cigarette companies bought all the food companies. Oh, baby Ruck. Opinion on hardware colors, zipper buckles for Ranger Green, backpack, black or Ranger. Well, I mean, if you can get Ranger Green, for sure, do that. But, I mean, if you're starting out and you're buying, you know, a handful of buckles and you can't buy a full case of like 2,600 pieces per side, I mean, you see us putting black on everything because we can't get foliage any longer, the buckles. So I'm like, fuck it, let's just go back. I mean, that's what we started with, was black. I haven't heard I mean, I'm sure on Reddit there's some fag somewhere talking shit about it, but nobody said anything to us about it. It's not preventing sales. I have everything I ordered in Typhon, but I'm liking Raid. I don't have any Raid shit. You get sick eating all their trash, for sure. And then they sell you the meds, yeah. And hey, if you're gay and I say fag, I mean something completely different, so it's okay that you're a fag. Yeah, you get sick eating all the trash, then they sell you the meds. That's exactly what happens. Got my online cart filled. Woodland cop rig, FUPA, slim padded H harness, hydro. Next payday, I'll hit the order button. Will it stay in your cart for a week like that? Thanks for helping me decide. Right on, dude. Right on. Thank you. I would tell you, order that shit right now. Number one, I don't have the copper rig, right? You're going to wait for that. I absolutely have FUPA danglers in Woodland, which I would tell you to order because you can put that on the copper rig. I think there's some Woodland hydros up there. The H harnesses we build as ordered. I would tell you order those 3 and now, and then next payday, order the copper rig. Stays in my cart overnight already. Don't sleep on Cisco. BlackRock, yeah, BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard. Do you have any big rigs? I have some NSW chest rigs. I think they're black. I have an NSW chest rig with boxes. I have modular. I think I have multicam black NSW modulars. I think I have multicam black 8 mags, and I think there's a Highlander. I also have some Coyote and a couple other color of Mod Frogs. Those are really big rigs, but they don't have pockets on them. You got to put your pockets on them. 15% off right now with code February 15. I didn't even know that was happening. So Viper, that's a good option right now for sure. Technically have an OD butt pack, but it's for my used London Bridge. Got it. Are you the dude running the taps rig that was saying the taps rig guy? With strap. Yeah, so try rigging your butt pack up to it and see. Oh, you don't have it yet. I got it. No, you do have it. You have the taps rig. Try rigging it up. See if you can make it work somehow. In addition to the tear off, I have some full-size tear offs right now in Woodland. I think I keep going to the mini packs. The choice to use the multicam black on the different color bags make them look amazing. Got it. Forerunner Meso courtesy. I have an older Frog rig, and yes, it's a big boy. We were talking about that on the SOE video today about why the Frog rig is so big. Can we see the NSW rigs? I feel Frog rig can become expensive. Oh yeah, it is. I got an NSW with boxes not long ago. I'll be right back. That mini pack. Black modular NSW chest rig. Let's just start with this. Okay, you're going to modular NSW chest rig. This has 6 internal mags. These bungees are adjustable, and they will carry M4 mags or AK mags. This rig will not work for 308 mags. This pocket here is a radio slot. It runs all the way to the bottom for 152s and 148s, Harris radios and the embedders, the big military radios, longer. There is a Velcro cradle in here, so you can put a small radio in here. and limit the depth of the pocket. You can also put, the reason these are originally here was for radio and Kydex holster. They would take a Kydex holster, wrap Velcro around it, and put it in here for cross draw. And that's why that's set up that way. You can also put a ton of med in here. You can put a lot of shit in here. Now, the one with the boxes, the bigger NSW rig, is the same rig. Instead of this panel having pals on the face of it, it has Mark 46, 48 boxes on here. This is a big box, and it still has that slot with the Velcro limiter in there. It also has, they both have bungees, right? There's a bungee in there, so whatever you put in there, you can secure it. And there's the grommets. You can move that bungee either way depending on the cant of the item in there. Now this box is bigger than it looks. It will hold a saw drum or the wax boxes that the issue ammunition comes in for belt fed for 308 or 556. There is a sheet of plastic in the face so that the ammunition will actually feed. This has a pass-through on the up top, 2 elastic loops, so that if you open this, this will Velcro open. Now you can reach in here and you can grab shot shells or whatever. You can use it as a spent mag. You can use it to pull items out of. This comes, they're not on here, they're in the inside, comes with an adapter. So if you want to put full 556 boxes in here for the 249, 200 round boxes, this just barely fits. That adapter allows you to put the tall ammunition boxes in here. If you're running nut sacks, you can just put the nut sacks in there. And then you've got pals on the side. The ones we did for the Navy actually had frags. Most guys don't have a use, so we put pals on them. And you've got pals both sides, right? So you can put another 3 mags on the face, or 6, or an NSW admin and a dual stack, and you still have all the boxes. When you put this on, most dudes, these are gonna flex this way, so these kind of come under your arms. So this webbing on the side is still accessible. Like you can put all kinds, you can put a whole nother fucking radio here, you can put smokes here, you can put dual pistols, I mean you can put fucking anything. And then your boxes, these are smoke loops. These will hold your full-size smokes. You run them under, and then you take a pair of needle nose, and you take the spoon, and you J it, and then you run a heavy rubber band on there, and that'll lock it in place there. And all these big rigs come with the padded H harness. The padded H harness will allow you to run the hydration carrier on these. And then I think I've got 2 of these in black, the modulars. I have 1 or 2 in multicam black of the full-size NSWs. And then I have these 8 mag stacks. I think I've got 3 of these or 2 of these stacked mags, 8 mags, and I have 1 in Highlander. And this rig is about the same size. This might be a little wider than the NSW because you've got 2, 4, 6, 8. These are individual slots, 1 mag on the face, Velcro lined, front and back in every slot. So there's 4 pieces, 2 here and 2 here. That's so Velcro dot retention. You put an adhesive dot on one side of your magazine. If you put it on both, it's too much retention. You've got to fight to get it out. That's why they're Velcro lined. So if you index your bullets left or you index your bullets right, it works either way. These work perfectly for AK or M4 magazines. They will hold 40s. All this shit will hold 40s also. Pocket smoke loops on the bottom. You can put tourniquets, radios, whatever. And then you've got a full 4 columns of pals here. You can put really big sustainment pouches that will run even below the rig. Or you can put 6x6s, or you can put, 2 mags side by side, or you could put 2 rally mans on here for another 6 mags per side, whatever. All of the rigs are also a full pocket inside, and there's a full length panel of Velcro, so you can put pistol mag cards, rifle cards, 7.62 ammo cards for pins, pencils, small stuff, but you can index everything in there in a vertical position so that it's not falling over and you're not fighting for it. Dude asking about the mini pack, wanting to see the Velcro inside. That is this right here. There's a full pocket back here. The whole panel is a pocket. as is this panel here, also a pocket. The whole panel inside is Velcro. On the face and the back, you have loops here for chem lights, so you can illuminate your work surface. When we first did these were originally to carry an MP7 and medical equipment. They were made for Homeland Security when we first built these for some of the HERF teams and stuff. And you got those chem lights here and here. Think kid with a fucking skateboard at the stadium. What he really had was a fucking MP7 and a bunch of medical equipment with him, is what this bag was. That's who these went to originally. And then you have a full pocket here with Velcro. You can put 7. You can fit 7 full-size pistol mags in here. You can put 7 Cat 7 tourniquets in here also, with room for more shit. These have 3D spacer mesh inside them. They wick. And they have fingers in here. This is a real stiff. This is like the stuff that's on the back of a lot of the body armor carriers. That standoff, that's what 3D spacer mesh is. And you guys sew stuff, that's going to be one of the most expensive materials you ever buy. Then we originally lined these here with loop Velcro. This came from the bolt bag. This actually is, I shouldn't even tell people, this is the bolt bag pattern set is what this is. When we did these originally for the Navy, we had Velcro in here and we had panels, padded panels, and they could divide that and they could put electronics inside there for surveillance equipment. You could lock this off. We had a piece that was Velcro in here, like my rifle cases have. That had Velcro, and then we could put dividers like those helmet bag boxes and those big padded gear bags I built. That's how that works. They have the Velcro. This bag is not stiff right now. When we put that foam, when we put that padding kit in here, it makes this bag super rigid because we're mounting and locking 2 pieces of Velcro together. That's why that's set up that way. A lot of that stuff is not available to purchase. It came in the kits that we did for the Navy that way. I was going to make my wife a running vest, and the spacer mesh costs. It's very coarse, too, for a running vest. It's very rough. Makes a great medical kit. If anything, it's too small. I love my mini pack. Handy and comfortable. Does make a good range bag with a couple mag. Yeah, that bag was set up so that you had a kid with a skateboard, and anybody saw a kid with a skateboard and a backpack. You just made a half a dozen shorts, yeah. Loop would work to lash a jacket or something to the back wall. Yep. What's the difference between the bolt bags and the mini pack? The bolt bags had a lot more shit on them, but the pattern set is the same. If you're a real G, you get an MWR light and run rally mans. Kiwis fit perfect, and they absolutely do. Any of those Kydex wedges. How long have I been building that rig? The NSW rig? 2005. Patterns are the same. Rig is the same. The ones we did for the Navy had frags inboard, smokes on the back. I know why your stuff is so expensive, the labor. Oh, you have no idea. Yeah, you're starting to know. You have no idea the labor that goes, like, I mean, just this fucking thing. Just this, right? Guys hear multi-tool, and they're like, multi-tool pouch should be 25 bucks. Dude, there's 9 pieces in this that I fucking, 9 pieces that I fabricate, right? I make the back, I make the front, I make the side pocket, I make this side pocket, I make this back pocket. Like, there's just a ton of shit. Like, there's a lot, it's just labor. Can you fit Leatherman, 2 Leatherman bit cards in there with a mutt? I don't know. I would think that you can. The limiting factor on a mutt would just be the height, right? So yes, I would say you can. And you can absolutely put 2 of the cards in here. You sure can. You can put a card front back, put a bit driver to the side. That leaves you an extension bar on the other side, or a space pen or something. Yeah, you can. A dude had commented today, he's like, If I would want mine with a pull the dot snap. He said it wrong, but what he meant was a pull the dot snap. And I said, the snap's cool, but if your Leatherman tool is smaller or bigger, and I set this snap on here for here, and you have a smaller tool, your tool is now loose. And if you use a Leatherman mutt, which is actually what I used as the example on the comment, then the snap doesn't catch. The snap's a stupid idea. I'll have to order one of those. I love the Leatherman pouch. So these are on SOE Quick Ship. I literally had an entire bin of them this morning, which means they're available, right? On Quick Ship, we pull it that morning, it ships that day. And on Quick Ship, I had a whole fucking, there's probably 24 of these things. And when I just went to add these, I made 3 of these tonight. I've got some more, but there's only 3 in inventory. And when I added them, there was only 2 available. Somebody, like, guys bought all that shit today while we were filming. Snaps are cool until you're under something one-handed and that snap catches on the, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Snaps are fucking 1970, 1980 bullshit. And let's be real, I didn't fucking ask you how you would build yours. Like, go fucking build yours. Like, there's a reason you don't see snaps on fucking almost anything. There's like, I think the only product we make that has snaps on, I'm sure you guys can think of something else. My belt loops do. But this has snaps, right? Because I don't have a better way to fucking close. And I hate the snaps. Every time I go to use these things, I don't like the snaps on here. I just don't have a better way to do it. SOE simply functional, that doesn't just happen. No, like if we're building a product, like we want the product nowadays. Like this shit exists because one of us wanted it. Yeah, snaps on the super, because that's the only, I mean, how else would we do it, right? It'd be fucking ridiculous to have a strip of Velcro across there, because you're going to really overstuff those bags. And that flap just covers that zipper, and then you've got the compression straps. Like, there's not another way to do it. He probably eats McDonald's McRib is coming back. Can you make Alice pouches with what in the clip? With I don't know why your shit's cut off there. And what do you mean Alice pouches? What do you mean by that? Flap is nice. Love how that bag works. Yeah, on the super kit, because under that flap you can put, like, you get off the airplane, right? And you get your shit from luggage. You can have your Gore-Tex under there, or have your jacket under. You can have some shit extra stuffed under that cover, especially with those straps on there. Just make an SOE Alice pack. Yeah, I'm not sure what he means that Alice pouches. And we used to make Alice packs. I don't eat McDonald's, but the McRib calls me a goblin mask. You need some human DNA. You're gonna eat some McDonald's. Can you make the 3 mag Alice pouch the hard? Fuck no. You couldn't afford to have me build that. I don't know how they made it at that price. They couldn't make that shit. You notice they don't make it now. There's some Alpine floating around out there. Out here, we got Alpine stuff. We've been cutting the shit out of Alpine. We got rolls of it. Can you get those Alice closers? Are you talking about the brass fucking things? Or are you talking about those pin things? Yeah, you know who still uses them? You know who uses that shit? Pakistan. Yep. Can you get it? I'm sure you can. I just don't know where you would get it. I don't even know what you would call it. Pull the trigger on full tang. No, I never did. I could totally see buying that shit and then deciding we want to put an Alice pack out, and then everybody's going to be like, we copied them, so I never did. I haven't bought one. I think they're really nice. I've told enough people to go talk to them, and they haven't ever said, hey, thanks for, sending all those people. I've said, like, I really shouted their shit out, Probably more than anybody did. And we've never heard anything from them. I've commented on some of their shit too, and they don't reply, so I don't know why that is. There is one weirdo who builds or built in the past Alice pouches with those weird pin clips. On the front of your 3-mag Alice pouch, black plastic clip, can you get those? I'm not sure where the disconnect is. I don't know if I'm not understanding you or you're not hearing me. No, I don't have them. No, I have no interest in using them. The tails on them break. Why are we going to go back to 1965, 1970 and use those when a Fastex buckle does everything better and has an adjustment so that you can use the pouch for something much taller or smaller? The one problem I'm having, though, is trying to find a H harness that will connect to a top buckle of the butt pack, since most... Dude, you are trying to do something with parts that weren't meant for the system. You bought a taps rig. Yeah, of course they want $100. Fuck yeah, they do. That's what this shit cost. The government subsidized blind people and retarded people, Lighthouse Industries, Industry for the Blind. Like, I know you're like, haha, blind people. No, legitimately blind fucking people are paid, and the government pays these federal companies to have 2 or 3 people oversee one person who is blind to employ them. Remember when you used to see retards at all the grocery stores? You would see mentally disabled people at the grocery stores. What you didn't pay attention to when you saw that dude pushing the broom and shit, those people had handlers. Those grocery stores didn't have their grocery store employees supervise those people. There was 1 or 2 normal adults that came to work and shuttled that person around from the home. He has handlers. The government subsidizes that. Your taps rig was not built by Eagle, Blackhawk, London Bridge. It was built by prison companies, companies within the federal prison system, or handicapped people. And the government paid a shitload of money to get that, and now they fucking put it on the civilian market, and you're buying it for $10 a piece and trying to hodgepodge it together. You're trying to make something work with that does not, it never meant to. You're not supposed to put a butt pack on a chest rig. You're trying to do something that does not fucking exist because it's a fucking terrible idea. And you're trying to do that to save a couple $100. What you're going to find is you're going to have something very mediocre, or you're going to pay somebody a lot of fucking money to build some shit the way you want it to work with something that it's not supposed to work with, and then you're going to convince yourself that it's okay, or you're going to put it together and it's going to look okay, but you're not going to really use it and you're not going to know, or you're going to come to the realization you should have just bought the fucking thing that works together. And I'm not at all trying to sell you my shit. We've missed some money because we definitely had some mentally challenged employees. Fuck yeah. I have hundreds of pins that came from Lighthouse, and each box has a card in Braille. See? I didn't even know that. But we approached them about, hey, I hear you guys do sew shop. We were introduced to them at SHOT Show, and that's who they have. They have fucking blind people work for them. And that's great. But those aren't like functioning folks. Those aren't people that drive to work. Those are a conglomeration of people that are like live in houses, what used to be asylums and such. Those, you know why asylums shut down? Because the asylums were an all-inclusive campus, right? They had a fire department, they had a food production, they baked all their own bread and shit. And somewhere back around the 50s, 60s, 70s, those people who lived there, they wanted to pay them a fair wage. And the asylum never had a profit. It only had federal grant money. So in having to pay those people, they could never have those people produce. So those people all went out of business. Like all those companies closed down. Blind industries. Yeah, there's more than that. It's kind of fucked up that we call the people thing become, dude, I can't read any of your shit. I don't know why, but all of yours, not as tactical as your friend. I see a sentence here and it cuts off, and then it goes to the next sentence and it cuts off. I can't see your words. I don't know why. I'll always hire dudes who've been incarcerated because I understand. Yeah, I at least know what I'm dealing with. Absolutely. And generally a dude who's come out of the prison system is going to have 3 years of probation. He's going to fuck up quick, or he's going to do everything he can not to fuck up. He is required to have employment. The video on the NSW page is unavailable because it's set to private. Probably not. It's some shit happened with YouTube or something. You used to see them actually play on the page, and then Shopify decided that it couldn't have any shooting stuff. Do you want 100,000? What are you talking about, Ron J? Here's the 100. Hey, I need to tell you right now, Ron J, I need you to just fuck off. Go put that belt around your neck and start doing this. And hopefully your mom finds you before the rats chew your face off. Love the live chats. Right on. I always hire dudes, yep. And then dudes try to talk shit when I tell them I sew shit was assembled. And then dudes try to talk shit when I tell them I sew shit was assembled by blind people. I don't know what you mean, Evan. Somebody's talking shit about you sewing? You got more money than he does. I guarantee you're going to make more money this weekend than he is. Just, if you don't got a wife, be like, motherfucker, I'll take your bitch. I'll fuck your wife and her sister. What you'll never, and maybe I misunderstood what you're saying, but anytime there's a dude talking shit, what you will never see, you will never see a successful person talking shit to another dude about trying to be successful. It never happens. You'll never see it. Wasn't aware that the TAPS rigs were maybe by convict until 5 minutes ago. Dude, I'm not giving you shit. The TAPS rig does seem functional. I've never had one in my hands. There's tons of that shit on the market right now. If it works for you, it works for you. But the TAPS rig is made for here, right? In a Humvee, we're going to drive to the fight. We're going to clear mud huts or do whatever we're doing. That's all that's what that is. It's not land warfare. It's not reconnaissance. It's not patrolling. It's made, you're going to put that rig on and you're going to put a backpack on. That's what that's for. And the TAPS rig is supposed to have a fucking horrible suspender or yoke system. And I only know that from watching a bunch. I heard so many kids come on here a couple years ago telling me how they can get a TAPS rig for $35, and I didn't know what the fuck a TAPS rig is. The clients I've worked with, none of them used issue gear like that. I had a guy talk shit to me, then told him that his Milsurp rig was assembled. Oh, got it. I see what you're saying. Yeah, fuck them. And as far as trying to find an H harness that fits that rig, don't get stuck on your 1-inch buckles. Because how much is my H harness? My padded suspender set is what, $65? My padded for the H harness, I think it's only $65. And you're thinking it doesn't fit because it's 1.5-inch webbing on ours. You can put that 1.5-inch webbing, you can fold it under on the edges and put it in a 1-inch and clip it in. I suspect mine are probably the wrong side. I suspect that has males sewn on where ours has females, because I want that adjustment, right? I don't want that webbing hanging down here. I want to route that webbing back up and tuck it away. That's why we've always done it that way. You can still make it work though. Even if yours has the male sewn on the rig, you can still loop a female through there. You can get repair hardware and put it through there, and it'll work, right? You can put that 1.5-inch webbing through a 1-inch buckle. You can make it work. Spiritus makes retrofit kit for it, but on Bear Customs, I made one for it. There you go. There you go. two dudes tried to joke me about my occupation, and I just rolled and yeah. I mean, guys say that. It used to be from like soft rep or AR-15. Guys would be like, "Oh, you're a fucking tactical seamstress." I'm like, "Yeah," and my watch costs more than your house. Like, I used to say that all the time. Dudes would come on thinking they're gonna flex or talk some shit, and I'm like, "Bro, I wear a watch every day of the week. I wear a different watch that costs more than your fucking house, and every day of the week I drive a car that costs, every day of the week I wear a watch that costs more than your car." And every day of the week, I drive a car that costs more than your house. Every fucking day, I drove a different car to work. And every day of the month, I wore a different watch. Like, that's how much of that shit that I had. Like, my fucking watch, every watch I wore every fucking day cost more than those motherfuckers talking shit made an entire fucking year. I don't know what to tell you. Spiritus has a retrofit kit, but that's kind of expensive. Well, I mean, you think this is expensive, you should buy a sewing machine. You can do it and you can do it cheaper. You can staple it together. And I don't mean that to be shitty. You can staple it together and then tape it. You can put your webbing together and sew it by hand and wrap it in gaffer's tape. You can use fucking Chicago screws. You absolutely, and make it work. You could totally make it work. But my electricity bill is almost $4,000 this month. Like, my dude was here for a couple hours tonight, and he charges me $100 an hour while he's here tinkering on my sewing machines. Like, everything just costs money, man. Really funny if you made a TAPS upgrade kit, and it'd have to be priced higher. A set of buckles is a couple bucks. My cone of thread, right? And we'd go through 200 cones of thread a month, maybe more than that some months. My cone of thread that has been $15 for 25 years went up to $20, and then it went to $22. My cones of thread are $35 now. Just in the last 2 years, they've literally almost doubled in price. Cheap compared to the $1,500 machine, 20 yards of fabric. That's not 20 yards of multicam. Like, if you guys go buy multicam, what are you guys paying? $28 a yard, $32 a yard? John's into watches before they got cool. You know, I was really excited. My friend Jeremy Horton, and I was never interested in watches. My friend Jeremy Horton had a LoomTech watch. And he was getting ready to go to Blade Show, and he wanted a bunch of zippered knife pouches, and he had gotten a new Panerai. And I didn't know what Panerai was. For you guys that don't know, Panerai took Rolexes and made them like combat ready and more rugged during World War II for the Italian frogmen. That's where Panerai came from. I believe that's the case. And then they started making their own watches. That's what Panerai is. So Jeremy got this Panerai watch, and he was like, "Hey, I've got this." I remember seeing his LoomTech. I'm a LoomTech dealer. A lot of people, I don't do a good job telling people that. If any of you guys want a LoomTech watch, send me a link. I will quote you a price. You will pay me. They will ship it usually the next day, and you'll have it within 2 to 3 days via FedEx. And I'll give you a price better than what LoomTech has on their site, right? I don't publish it. That's why you got to hit me up, and then I'll give you a price on the watch if you want a LoomTech. LoomTech is known for having the best luminescence. And they have something for everyone, right? They've got military, like ruggedized watches, field watches, and then they have nicer dress watches. They've got bronze watches and all kinds of shit. And they have quartz battery powered, and then they have automatic watches that wind, while you move. Anyways, I got this watch from Jeremy, and when I saw it, I go, "How much is that watch?" And he's like, "Oh man, it's like $1,100. I'm like, $1,100, man? I can buy a truck for $1,100. I could never buy an $1,100 watch. And then like 6 months later, when he came in, he's like, "Hey, do you want to trade some zip?" And I did, and I got this watch, and I was super excited about it. And I showed a picture. I used to take a picture every night when I leave the shop at like 1, 2, or 3 in the morning. And my steering wheel was a Ford steering wheel. I still have that truck. It's a F-250 Super Duty. It's on 37-inch tires. It's a big fucking truck. And I would take a picture of the time on the watch. Before that, it was a Citizen watch. And I'd take a picture, and nobody said shit. Nobody said a fucking thing. And then I happened to be, we were somewhere, and I saw a Range Rover, and we went and looked at this Range Rover. And I didn't know nothing about a Range Rover. I was looking at a Range Rover Sport. And we test drove it, and I had said something about it, and a buddy said, hey, you don't want that truck. That's the little one. You want the Range Rover, the big boy. You want the Range Rover, not the Range Rover Sport. You want the big one with the supercharger. And I ended up buying I ended up buying that. I bought it from a Ferrari dealer in Florida, and they shipped it to me. And I was super excited, left the shop that night, took a picture, and the steering wheel said Range Rover. And a bunch of dudes talked shit about it. It was weird because I was leaving work. The point was I'm leaving work at 3 in the morning or 1 in the morning, and I get there at 7 o'clock every morning. And then about a year later, Jeremy had this Panerai. They didn't have an all blacked out Luminor. There was not an all black Panerai at the time. And he had it PVD'd. He had it custom taken apart, and he had the crystal anti-reflective coated front and back. And then he had all the luminescence redone in the Panerai. It's the one I still wear it today. And I'm like, how much was that watch? When he's like, well, I paid $6,000 for the watch. And then he had like $2,000 worth of work done to it. And he traded it for some zippered knife pouches and some cash, right? So I bought this Panerai. And I didn't know the history of the company or anything. I just liked it the way it looked. And I took a picture of that. And some dudes talk shit. And then I bought some Tag watches, Tag Heuer. I really liked them because they look like the gauge cluster on a Porsche, you know, the Chronos. So I bought, and dudes really started talking shit. And then I bought my first Porsche. And guys lost their shit. That's when I really realized kind of what was going on. I had bought this Porsche. I went and test drove. We went to buy a Jeep. Amanda wanted a Jeep. And we were going to buy the Jeep and this Porsche Cayman at this Jeep dealership. And I had cash. I had all this cash in a tool bag. I walked in there with a tool bag. And they were asking $35,000 for the car. And it had all kinds of lights and shit on. I test drove it, and it just smelled weird, and there's all these sensor lights and shit. And I had looked back through Craigslist, and I knew that this dealership had listed this car for over 6 months. And I'm like, hey, they were asking 30 for it. And I go, I'll give you 25 cash. Money's in the bag. And the dude's like, I don't know, let me talk to the service manager. And he walked over and she goes, yeah, you can have it for 25 as soon as he adds another fucking $5,000. Like she said that, as soon as he adds another $5,000, I go, come on, we're leaving. And we got up and he's like, what are you doing? I go, well, I just heard what that foul-mouthed cunt over there said. Like, I told you I'm buying a Jeep today. I'm buying a Jeep and I'm going to buy this car right now. We're not buying shit from you. And we left. And I was super, like, pissed about it. I was just felt shitty the way they were treated us. And I got on eBay. I didn't know nothing about these cars. I just knew, and people were like, oh, that's the cheap Porsche. The Boxster's the less costly one. The Cayman's the next one. But it's a mid-engine car. You won't ever see Caymans on a track with a 911 because the Cayman will fuck the 911 up. Like, it'll completely fuck up Porsche's program. They won't let them race head-to-head like that. So I got online and I found this place, Prestige Automotive, in Atlanta. And I messaged them at like 1 in the morning. We had just got back. I think this was on a Thursday or a Friday. And I'm sitting in bed and I messaged, and this dude got back, Robert Everson, I think that was his name. And he's like, yeah, we have it. There's 120 photos, like the most beautiful photos you've seen. And I'm like, hey, I'd really like to buy this car. So it was Friday, because Saturday morning I had messaged the bank president that night, and that morning he got back to me. He's like, yeah, come on in, I'll cut you a cashier's check. So cashier's check in hand, I bought that. We drove there and I took a photo. As we got there, they had detailed the car that morning because we left here in Tennessee at like 6 in the morning. No, because I had to go to the bank. So 7, 8. Marty met me on Saturday. We drove, so 6 hours. And they detailed the car, and it was sitting right out front. And I took a photo of it as I was walking in to sign all the paperwork. And when I got out, there was like 1,000 comments on my post. I had 1,000 notifications on. I'm like, what the fuck? And it was all kinds of stuff. It was people like, man, hey, congratulations. Hey, fucking hard work pays off. And dudes are like, you're such a fucking piece of shit. I hope you and your family die and catch on fire. And it was the most bizarre shit in the world. And I ran a discount code. I don't remember the dude that was talking the most shit, but I ran a discount code that night. And I said, hey, we'll give you guys 20% off your order, anything you order. Use code whatever. And the car only cost $35 grand. The car was $35,000 all said and done. It was a used car, pre-owned. But all people heard was Porsche. They have no concept of what that car cost. It was beautiful. It was the S model, the Sport. And the traffic was so elevated, right? I made that post. We bought the car, went to the hotel, dumped off all our clothes. So we were in town with the Range Rover, and now we had the car. And we went to the hotel, and then we went to eat sushi. And I made that post. We used to have to log into a router on Wi-Fi and shit. I made the post. We went and ate. When we came back, we did $48,000 in sales. 48 grand. The car only cost $35,000. The elevated traffic from all those dudes talking shit and all the attention that car got, 48 grand before we went home. The car was 35,000. So that's how that shit works. But it's the attention, right? People that really are for you, they understand it because they're doing the same thing. The Rolex, guys don't buy Rolexes because they want to know what time it is. The Rolex is for the other people with the Rolexes. That's the handshake. That's the secret handshake or whatever, right? Unfortunately, I'm not sure of our product and branding. I'm just sitting behind machines. That's a you thing, bro. Stop grumbling or do something about it. This is all on you. Fucking change your position or stay there another 10 years. You have the ability right now and the opportunity to change your course. Your sales are up. Whether you're fucking steering them, that's on you. Shitbags will talk like that because they covet what successful men, because they are late. Yeah, so the deal, like you make them look bad, right? Like that's always how that is. If you got 4 or 5 dudes go out to the bar, eat pizza, drink beers together and shit, soon if one of them starts the business or starts to get in shape or anything, the others are going to try to pull him back. You've changed. And you do. I'm not grumbling. I'm just saying then change your fucking position. You want some tough love, or do you want to just fucking keep doing what you're doing? You come on here every fucking night and tell me how your boss doesn't know shit. What you don't realize is I'm your fucking boss. I am in the position that the old man who won't listen to you, I probably wouldn't fucking listen to you because I've run the business this long. Change your fucking position. Like right now, go rent a motherfucking sewing machine and put it in your house, apartment, your garage, whatever it is, and make some shit and sell some shit. Never understood bitches who get mad at someone else. Yeah, I mean, that's just what it is, dude. And they don't even realize that it's happening. If you look at someone else's life and get in your own head, if you think this guy thinks he's better than me, you have proven your... And the crazy shit is, like, a lot of those guys could just fucking change your life. Like, have a conversation. Like, when I see a dude, I'm like, hey, what do you do? I always ask that. You'll hear all this bullshit, right? When you meet a guy and he asks what you do, it's because he's evaluating what you're worth in your life, right? No, motherfucker, I'm asking what you do so that I can determine if I want to do business, or I can plug you into somebody else I know so that you guys can do business together. It's not because I don't give if we're at a location because we're all into homesteading, or we're at a reptile show together, I don't give a fuck what you do that pays your bills. I'm trying to determine how we can do some business together. I don't have friends that don't run businesses. There's not a motherfucking person in my life who I'm friends with that I hang out on the weekends with or will go and hang out with them that is not a business owner. And that's the case with most people who run businesses. I make sewing needles out of bicycle spokes. Is that real? That's fucking wild shit. Doing it yourself is 100% better than working for someone else because you get to keep the money. Like if you work for somebody else, at best you get what? Time and a half. If you work for yourself and you decide, hey, I want to buy this thing, I need a couple more $1,000, right? And you don't have it in the account. If you got it in the account, you can just spend it and then make it. But you can hustle. You can, at 10 o'clock at night, you can have some more fucking pre-workout or coffee, and it's Saturday, right? I can just lock down and work all motherfucking week. I'm going to sit on this sewing machine, and I'm going to build this shit till I fall asleep, and when I wake up and there's drool on my face in the sewing machine, I'll go to bed for a couple hours, I'm going to set an alarm, and I'm going to get back up, and I'm going to fucking do this shit. You don't have the ability to do that when you work for somebody else. It doesn't exist. And there's so many motherfuckers that are like, but what about my insurance? We need guys like you. You're slaves. That is the fucking paycheck plantation. Laser cutter and can cut out a shitload pre-cut Cordura patterns at cost to get you started. Motherfucker, is it the laser that's holding people up? I got a fucking laser right there. That motherfucker's 8 feet across and 6 feet deep. You know what I fucking cut out tonight? I cut all this shit out. All the shit I made this week, I cut out by hand. These scissors, which used to be $8, are $14 at Walmart. A pack of Crayola pencils is, I'm not even cognizant of it anymore. $10. You need a pack of Crayola pencils. You need a long piece of shears for cutting long Cordura. You need a short pair of shears for cutting intricate pieces. And I mean, I've got patterns here still that are cardboard. We literally are cardboard. We took MRE boxes and taped the motherfuckers together. Like, if you think you can't, you're fucking right. And I stopped making videos. Like, you guys notice I don't make fucking 4 a.m. videos? You notice I used to make a video outside, all those motivational videos. Guys are like, hey, how do I start a business? And I would fucking spend 20 minutes yelling at you. Notice I stopped? I just got tired of fucking motherfuckers listening to people tell me what they can't do. You're right. So I just fucking like, fuck it. I'll put the energy into myself. Cutting straight lines took the long. Yeah, it's easier though. Get a long pair of scissors and just split your line. Trace your shit out with a Sharpie, and your goal, you look down the end of the scissors, they're like sights. Insurance, $2,200 per month. That literally only covers 50%. Yeah, for me and Amanda, who have had 0 claims in like 5 years, no fucking health problems, right? Amanda had like a broken wrist because she didn't do the dishes fast enough. So I had to rough her up a little. I think we paid that cash too. We didn't even claim it on insurance. My health insurance is $2,200 a month. I have to give you credit for eliminating "must be nice" from my vote. It's how you talk. It really is. It really is how you talk. When you start, if you're dwelling on somebody in a negative manner, you're giving them like you're feeding into them, and it's telling the universe. If you are operating in a negative emotion, the universe is going to give you more negative shit. Depressing to watch people continue to fail when they can tell they can. It's literally just a mindset, man. Like, go steal some shit. like make it happen. Do what you have to fucking do. If it was your child and I had your kid in a cage and I said, you have till the end of this weekend to come in here with $2,000. How would you get the $2,000? Would you just let your kid die? It has to be that important to you. Your success, nobody cares about your success as much as you do, and most people don't. That's why nobody pours into them. I'll bend over backwards. I'll go broke trying to help a motherfucker that's helping himself, but I'm never going to give you money. Yeah, no one's coming to save you. Like, I say that all the time. I don't think people realize. People think they have it bad. Motherfucker, I owe the IRS $3 million. Like, what are you fucking talking about? Yeah, charge more money if you got the wrong customers. When was the last time you slept more than 6 hours? You work more? Oh, I sleep more than 6 hours sometimes. You just don't see it. Some weekends I'll sleep all day on Tuesday. Tuesday because I'm thinking 2 o'clock. I'll sleep till 2 in the noon till on a Saturday morning sometimes. Sadly, the society wants to punish success. Yeah, look at fucking New York. Look at the fucking socialists. Look at the communists. Because it sounds good, right? I can do nothing and fucking other people will take care of me because we'll steal it from... You have two kinds of people in the world. You have people that have calluses on their hands. They create something and people seek them out and want to buy their product or their service. A good example, a dentist. If I have a toothache, I'm willing to pay that dentist anything he wants to get up early in the morning Sunday and fix my shit if my tooth is broke on Saturday. Then you have bureaucrats. And bureaucrats, a good example of that is the Department of Motor Vehicles, right? Nobody would ever go to the DMV and pay registration and plates and all that bullshit and taxes on a vehicle you already own. You already bought it. But every year you got to pay them more. Why? Because it's only enforced through violence. If you don't have the current tags on your plate, a cop will stop you and give you a ticket. And if you don't pay them, they'll then give you another ticket. And eventually they will send men with guns to take you to court or to jail. That's the only reason you use those people. And the only reason they have a job, who pays the cops? From stealing money from you through taxes. Think about that. What interactions have you guys had with law enforcement? When you see a cop, what do? Your adrenaline goes up, your cortisol, everything fucking tightens up. You're worried that they're going to fucking pull you over. Why? You're a free man driving down a road. You're not harming anybody. Those aren't laws, right? The speed limit and such, it's bullshit. When is the last time you had an interaction that you chose to have with law enforcement? There's really something to all of that. You know, I'm traveling. I am not a fucking company business, right? There's really something to that, but they'll laugh at you and they'll punish you because the process is the punishment. They will literally kill you over the wrong words. How many times have you guys seen it? They execute a search warrant on the wrong house and kill the man. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, Stuart. It's the Second Amendment. Lawyers, guns, and money. I always remember your prison, divorce, starting over, rebuild. I have a whole series of those videos. It popped up the other day. There's like 100 of those videos. We made one of those videos every day for years. Or every week. We made one well-produced video. I still listen to them myself. I'm like, holy shit, this is good shit. I needed to hear me. I made those videos because it's what I needed to hear, and nobody else was making them. iPad saying it's dying. All right, guys, I'm going to start turning these lights off. I got to be up early in the morning. Yeah, you'll never understand how hard things were from a video. You hear guys talk about shit. I'm like, live a day in my life. Fucking how many people? 68 people. If you lived a day in my life some days, you would definitely, I'll bet 20 people on here, like who have ever thought, man, I should just end it. I'll bet you dudes would end it. Do you ever see that? I'm never going to show you that shit. You're never going to know it. It's just a fucking choice. Some of you don't make the right choice. Yeah, Jacob's in town. I talked to him yesterday. Reed Spencer's in town too. Nick Freitas is here. Nick's in town. Nick's in Nashville. He spoke tonight. Bombs bursting in air. Rockets red glare. Yep. Looks like a fucking gear factory blew up all over the place in here. Whoever was talking about I can't do this because of the laser, this shit you see here, this was all cut by hand. Today. Cody cut this shit today, and Cody spent 8 hours with me and Brandel shooting videos and recording. In addition to the 8 hours he wasn't here, somehow he managed to cut all of this shit. And this is just the shit that's still sitting here. I cut shit on my mom's coffee table for a year. It was octagon shaped. It wasn't even 6 feet across. I cut shit on the floor. Fuck, I still cut shit on the floor. We have patterns that are too big to put on the machines, on the tables. I cut it on the floor. Amanda gets on her hands and knees and traces out a fucking 8-foot pattern on the floor. Everybody's got an excuse why they can't do some shit. Yeah, laser cutters didn't exist. That's fucking right. And we don't even fucking hardly use this one. Not like we should be. I probably need to hire a guy to fucking run this thing. Nick is my vote for... I love Nick. Yeah, I was listening to him tonight while we were working. All right, guys, if this dies, we'll keep running. We'll see if this works up here. Are we still live? Wallets. I made every one of those. Zipper knife pouches. Wrench rolls. Tool roll-ups. We did a video today on ammo can liner bags. Ammo can liner bags. Bifold tool carriers. These things come with a large mesh and 2 small mesh. These are perfect med kits right here. Pocket organizers. All these belts here, these are all on SOE Quick Ship. BBD bags, shotgun rigs all over the place. This place is wrecked from dudes like, hey, I'm just touching base, checking on my order. Hey, I don't have what you ordered, but I've got all this other shit. A, B, C, D. We send hundreds of those emails. We reply to hundreds of those emails every week. We hear back from 5. Because I pull the gear when I offer it to the dude. And it sits over there, and Amanda's got a pile. Amanda literally had a pile of gear this week taller than she is. That she had stacked up with all the invoices where she offered it to the dudes. And I'm like, what the fuck is all this? I'm waiting to hear back. I go, stop waiting. Put the gear back. Would I do polished no, polished concrete's fucking, dude. When I put this tile down, we had concrete in here. Would I epoxy it? It cost 10 grand to do these tiles when we did it. The quote to epoxy the building was like $25,000. No, these tiles have been in place. We've never waxed them. We hardly ever clean them. They're fucking, only 1 or 2 are chipped where some asshole has dropped a rifle, didn't have his sling laced right. There's some dipshit in here with a an AR. Where is that? Right here. That's a muzzle brake hitting the ground there, or a bird cage. No, these tiles have been great. These are the same tiles they put in hospitals. They're called CVT tiles. You just heard about the rifle story? I don't even remember who it was. He was that guy, though. That if you're in a class or if you're around a bunch of guys and you're like that one dude that everybody else is like, man, there's this dude, he's so fucked up. If you don't know who, if you're in a group of dudes and you don't know who that dude is, you're that dude. All right, guys. Everybody have a good night. I'll see you guys sometime tomorrow. I'll shoot some video and shit while we're out. Are my cut tables 4x8? Yeah, 4x8. I think that's what they are. You got to be careful. Sometimes there's a sheet of plywood and it's not actually 4x8. But these are birch plywood. So, like this sheet of plywood was $100 years ago. I can't even imagine what they are now. But if you look, that's what they looked like. They were super bright, like blonde wood. And with these, just unbolt these and flip these tables. We've never flipped them. We've still got a whole nother side that's perfect. You were on the Student of Violence podcast? Oh, with Lewis? Right on. And that's cool. With Sunny. All right, guys. Have a good night. The website's working. If you were on the site earlier, it wouldn't let you check out. Apparently, it's fixed.